Welcome everyone to CWE Adrenaline. I'm Dynamite Dave Petro. Tonight on Adrenaline, the Tag Team Tournament is underway to determine the #1 contenders for the CWE Tag Team Championships. We've got 2 big tournament matches tonight and a CWE Heavyweight Championship match. The champion, the fabulous Creebird, Kevy Chevy, defends against the Canadian Crusher, AJ Sanchez. Sanchez is standing by with Dr. Marty right now.
Thanks very much, Dynamite Dave Petro. Later in the program, of course, an enormous main event match with this man, AJ Sanchez, showing no concern about the fact there's a tournament taking place for challengers for his tag team title at the next big event. Today, you've set your sights on your old partner, Kevy Chevy. You're going to test him, try to take that CWE Championship to add to your tag team gold.
Listen, Marty, nobody knows Kevy Chevy better than me. It was 2004, we began teaming. We were the Big Sexy Beasts, and we were CWE Tag Team Champions multiple times. We were Tag Team Champions everywhere we went, but we grew apart, and the reason for that is simple. Chevy is lazy, he's a loser, and it's pretty clear that I found a tag team partner that is quite better than him. So Chevy, what's gonna happen tonight is real simple. I'm in the main event like I should always be, and when things are said and done, I will become the CWE champion and only the second man to ever be CWE champion 3 times. Bank on that, Marty.
AJ Sanchez brimming with confidence as he's put the challenge up and he's going to go after the title in today's main event. Let's get ready to the action with the first match in the tag team tournament.
The #1 Contender Tag Team Tournament begins right now on CWE Adrenaline. Dave Petro, Andrew Hustler Patterson ringside, and Hustler, these are the Degenerates.
Yeah, the Degenerates heading to the ring right now. They've come with their own reputation here in CWE, and it's not a very good one, Petro, but we'll see what they can do. This is the start of a journey that could culminate with a shot at the tag team titles here in CWE.
And here come their opponents. These guys are excitement personified. Sammy Peppers, and of course, his tag team partner, Bryce Bentley, Red Hot Summer.
Oh, I'm a big Red Hot Summer guy. And Dave, I just think back to out at the Lilac Resort, the last internet pay-per-view, Red Hot Summer. Sammy Peppers in particular had the crowd eating out of the palm of his hand.
That was one night to remember, and we've got our next internet pay-per-view, the Rumble to Remember, October the 31st, Sunday, Halloween Sunday, and that's going to be the big Rumble to Remember, 50 men.
It is a legendary event in the sport of professional wrestling. Started right here in Peg City with CWE, and we're going to see it again. But so much more than just the Rumble on this event. And part of it, Dave, we're going to get to the beginning journey right now with this Tag Team Championship tournament.
As I mentioned last week, O'Doyle and Sanchez basically telling everybody that would listen to them there's no good competition, they're running out of opponents, so the CWE office decided to put together this tournament to determine the #1 contenders, and we see the first 2 team entrances, Red Hot Summer and the Degenerates. Conspicuous by his absence, the leader of the Degenerates, the Misfit, Mike Mission.
Yeah, not sure where the Misfit is. Maybe going to find some new foreign objects for his next match. You know, he's always got something in his little tickle trunk, if you will. But I got to tell you, Sammy Peppers, Bryce Bentley, Red Hot Summer, what a run they have been on. Some huge victories propelling themselves to prominence, and you know they've got belief that they belong in the ring with the tag team champs.
100%. This is the first of 2 tag team bouts you will see tonight. Wrestling fans, of course, the #1 Contenders Tournament continues. Corey Diamond and Wildman Furpo team up to take on Big Bobby Schink and Travis Cole.
Oh, Schink and Cole, looking forward to that one. Now, you've seen them, 2 of the great performers in independent wrestling here in the area. But as I said, just looking up, Sammy Peppers with the tag in, they're kind of taking it to the Degenerates right now with some real momentum that they've gained over the last few months in CWE.
The Degenerates, they have impressed me with some victories as of late. but no one is more impressive than Red Hot Summer. But Bryce Bentley now with the big arm drag on Dragneel.
Dragneel on the wrong end of that move, and Sammy Pepper's looking to drop a little hot tamale on his opponent right now and try and get that W. Oh, that didn't go well.
No, he just received it right on the chin. And Dragneel now, he takes that turnbuckle, that protective padding, that steel bolt. That and the referee now. Oh, but that was a ruse. The referee now tending to the ring, and they'll get a double team going on between the Degenerates on the big man, Sammy Peppers.
I'll say one thing about Red Hot Summer. I mean, great athletic ability, but still gaining that experience. And at some point, if you're in the ring with a team like the Degenerates, you sometimes have to stoop to their level. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, but if there was one missing piece, I would say that Red Hot Summer is missing is a little aggressiveness. They are exciting. The fans love them. They play to the fans. They fire up the whole crowd. But sometimes when the going gets tough, you got to get dirty.
Well, you do, and they could find out the hard way against a team like the Degenerates. Well, you need to have that right up until that final bell.
The Degenerates, not only do they look dirty, they fight dirty.
They certainly do. Big boot by Peppers. Good Lord.
Almost took his head off, but Dragneel makes the save. Sammy Pepper's now brawling with Dragneel on the ground. Now they're going to take that out to the floor. But look inside the ring. Look inside. Oh! Whoa! Bryce Bentley just got it where it hurts the most and just gets his head removed by Dragneel. Referee rolls him up 1, 2, and 3. The first team to advance in the #1 contendership for the CWE Championship, the Degenerates, Tyler James and Dragneel. More CWE Adrenaline after this.
Wrestling fans, joining me right now is my old friend Mentolo, the Elite 8 champion. Last week here on Adrenaline, we saw a dubious tactic, once again, from Sean Martins to retain the CWE Central Canadian Championship, and I know that you are less than pleased with the result of that match.
You're absolutely right, Marty. I got two things I want to talk to you about. First, Sean Martins, we're not finished. If you think for a long shot that you're going to come out here and be with a belt, might I remind you, Marty, and I heard last week you reminded him that he lost to me in the Elite 8.
Yeah, I did, yes.
Now, he's got 1 belt. He wants to go for 2. Well, whether he gets it or not, I want to let him know now that he will be losing both of those belts to me in the future. Sean Martins, I am not finished with you. Just letting you know. And one other thing, Marty, I want to talk to you about is the Rumble. Now, as you know, Danny Duggan has lost the CWE Championship.
Right.
That means that the statute is up, and I can now...
You're right.
I can now challenge for the CWE title.
That's
so
right.
I want to make it known here that I will be in the Rumble for that belt, Marty.
So you are declaring now, you're basically, I think, the first entrant. I haven't heard of any list being made yet. You're the first entrant in this year's Rumble to remember. And, of course, the winner gets a challenge for the CWE title. And you're able to put your name back in the mix. What tremendous news for wrestling fans all across CWE land. Mentolo, best of luck to you, of course, with that quest. Thank you. Fans, let's hear it for Mentolo. More action coming up right after this break.
Hey Canada, it's nice to meet you. We're Mary Brown's famous chicken and taters, started in Newfoundland almost 50 years ago. Today the secret's out, and we're coast to coast across Canada. Yep, that's our food you're drooling over. Made fresh from scratch in store. No fillers, never pre-formed or pre-breaded. Handcrafted, not machine-made. Real food from genuine people. As original as the island where it all began. Mary Brown's, honest to goodness.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations: Portage Avenue, Kenniston Boulevard, Narran Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's. Tag Team Tournament action continuing right here on CWE Adrenaline. In the ring, Bobby Schink and Travis Cole, Hustler.
Travis Cole and Bobby Schink, 2 incredible wrestlers. Bobby Schink, the skyscraper, if you will. Look at the size, the height of the opponent for, there's the Wild Man getting ready to get into the ring. Furpo time, Dave.
Corey Diamond and Wild Man Furpo teaming up. You know, on Bobby Schink, we used to call him the next big thing, but we can't call him that anymore. He is the big thing right now in professional wrestling.
He absolutely is. Great to see him back in CWE. And, he and Travis Cole have really made names for themselves, not just here in Winnipeg, but around the world. And this is a great opportunity now in this tag team tournament to get back to the top of the CWE tag division.
To my knowledge, have never teamed up before. I'm talking about Travis Cole and Bobby Schink in the CWE, but they are a formidable tag team in other promotions across Canada.
No doubt about it. Great to have this sort of talent here in CWE heading into what is going to be a very spooky Halloween night for 50 men in the Rumble to remember.
And how about that big announcement we heard out of Mentolo? He is the first man to enter the 50-man Rumble to remember on October the 31st. But, as we discussed last week, the stipulations, the embargo, whatever has been lifted, if Mentolo can survive 49 other men, he will now get a championship opportunity in the future against whoever the CWE champion will be.
Well, it is about time, and I can't think of a better way to start off the 50-man Rumble to remember than with a legend like Mentolo. And I'll tell you what, Dave, if there's one man on the CWE roster that could survive 49 opponents, I'd say it's Mentolo himself. The zombie killer. He's got 49 to kill.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, that's going to be worth the price of the internet pay-per-view alone. If you haven't yet, go to our Facebook page, go to our website, find out how you can order this tremendous 50-man Rumble to remember October the 31st, Halloween night. Like, you put the kids, you get them to get the little Henry bars, you wander around the neighborhood, when they're all jacked up in sugar running around the house, you can sit down and watch the internet pay-per-view.
Absolutely, and eat the rest of the Halloween candy as well.
When they finally pass out.
Hey, quickly, just the agility on Bobby Schink
For a
at
big
his
man.
size.
For a big man.
It amazes me every time he steps in the ring, just casually jumping over the top rope to get in and get a piece of his opponent.
And the man is starting to thicken up too. When he first started, he's put on probably 30 pounds. Since then, he's not only is he big, he's strong, and he's mean. He's mean.
He's got a mean streak, that is for sure. Here's the Wild Man Furpo. I'm not sure if he's biting off more than he can chew, but you have to respect the resilience of the Wild Man coming back in. Whatever it takes, that's a veteran move right there, Petro.
I hope he's had his shots. Schink and Wild Man Furpo, that's for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, Wild Man Furpo, of course, starting in wrestling before there was any history. Like, he has basically been around as long as ropes and turnbuckles have been, and his whole career has been different. And I mean different because his style is so unorthodox, and it just got kneed by Big Bobby Schink. And you can't make a tag when you're the outside, Wild Man. And Corey Diamond now kind of basically...
He's been around long enough, you think you would understand the rules of professional wrestling up until this point, but we'll get him back in the ring. I gotta tell you though, in all sincerity, the longevity of Furpo is incredible, and the fact that he's still got the guts to get in the ring with individuals like Bobby Schink speaks for itself, the heart of a warrior.
He's been wrestling since when I got into the business, and now I'm behind a microphone nice and safe, and he's still climbing between the ropes.
Yeah, you just have to tip your cap and respect the will that Wildman Furpo has, but I'll tell you what, going into this match, I think we all know that it is a uphill climb going up against the big guy, Bobby Schink, and his tag team partner, Travis Cole.
Still to come, the CWE Championship on the line. Kevy Chevy defends against AJ Sanchez. Sanchez could be only the second man in history to claim the CWE Heavyweight Championship 3 times. That's coming up a little bit later.
Well, what a matchup, and as we heard from the challenger earlier, he goes way back with Kevy Chevy and knows him as well as maybe anybody in CWE. It certainly sets up a very intriguing matchup for that belt.
We all remember the big, sexy beasts. Furpo now, again, another knee. He's been in a long time, hustler.
How does he do it? How does he do it?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, ding dong.
Almost took the rest of his hair off. Hooks the leg, 1-2. Corey Diamond with the save. And now arguing with the referee, which is never good in a tag team matchup. Corey Diamond, you should know better than that. He just gets met with a size 14 right to the mush. and he goes right back to work on Wildman Furpo. Head into the turnbuckles, makes the tag to Travis Cole, and here comes the former Tasty one.
Yes, the one that we did refer to as Tasty Travis all those years. Not as Tasty. Look at the tag team connection between these two, using his partner as elevation and then whipping that kick to the back of the dome.
like either one of these guys need elevation. You know, Travis Cole about 6'2", Bobby Schink about 6'8".
Coast to coast!
You saw that! Drags out the Wild Man. What's left of the Wild Man? 1, 2, and 3. Schink and Cole advance into the #1 Contenders Tag Team Tournament with a big victory over at Diamond and Furpo right here on CWE Adrenaline. We'll be right back. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations: Portage Avenue, Keniston Boulevard, Narran Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's. Mary Brown's Chicken with 14 Manitoba locations.
Some discord from the fans. Okay, listen, Martins, let's just get right to it. Let's get around to what I wanted to talk to you about for a moment. You're holding the Central Canadian Championship, the HIW Grand Championship, but they're not yours. It's your dog.
It is mine. Possession is 9 tenths of the law. Yet another week has passed, and I'm still in possession of the HIW Grand Champion. I'll give Jude Dawkins an opportunity right now to come get it from me. Jude, where are you?
All right, everybody's funny. Everybody's a comedian until it's time to be funny. He's not here, you know he's not here, but I'll tell you where he is going to be, and I'll tell you where you're going to be before the Rumble to Remember, before everybody has their chance for the title match. There's going to be a series of matches on the undercard, the tag team title, and a few other bouts. We know that the #1 contenders will be able to advance there, but guess what? You've got a match before the Rumble to Remember.
I bet I do. I bet I do. What is it, Marty? Just spit it out. Why are you being so wordy? Spit it out.
I'm not really being wordy. I'm actually trying to be, how should I put this? Sympathetic. Because you're going to be putting both those titles up high in a ladder match against Jude Dawkins. Yes, you are. The decision was made. Dawkins is going to be there, and you're going to have a chance once and for all to prove that you deserve both titles. Finally, Sean Martins, the headline, has nothing to say. Back with more action right after this.
Next week on CWE Adrenaline, the Tag Team Tournament Finals will take place, and we will find out who the #1 contender will be for the CWE Tag Team Championship. Bobby Schink and Travis Cole take on the Degenerates. Also in action, Mentalo.
Highly regarded athlete across the land. Here's the challenger, the Canadian Crusher, AJ Sanchez.
We are back on CWE Adrenaline. Dave Petro, Andrew Hustler Patterson ringside, and Hustler, the CWE Championship on the line.
Oh, this is the one we have been waiting for today. Here comes one of the tag team champions, AJ Sanchez, looking to add to the collection of gold. And what a challenge this is going to be for his former tag team partner and the current CWE champion.
100% correct, and here comes the fabulous Freebird Kevy Chevy, the man always fired up. He lights up the room wherever he comes in. He's lit up tonight himself, the champion. Look at him displaying the belt to the crowd right here, and we've got a big matchup. One fall, 60-minute time limit. Our CWE Adrenaline main event.
Kevy Chevy, an electric personality and performer. You can see him, the pride that he has, Dave, walking around with that CWE Heavyweight Championship that he won at the last internet pay-per-view. It's been a fun few weeks. He wants to keep his hands on that gold.
Sanchez tries with the sneak attack. Kevin Chevy coming back with a couple of big hard right hands off the ropes. Oh, he just gets leveled by the 421-pound Canadian Crusher, AJ Sanchez.
AJ Sanchez is simply incredible. Hard to believe the agility he has at that weight. And man, when you have two individuals like Kevy Chevy and AJ Sanchez going at each other, something's got to give. And in that case, it was the champion.
Next week on CWE Adrenaline, the Tag Team Tournament Championship Finals. The team of Bobby Schink and Travis Cole taking on the Degenerates. That's next week on CWE Adrenaline.
Yeah, huge wins by both of those teams in their previous matchups, and awaiting them could be the challenger right here, along with O'Doyle Rules himself, KOD.
We could have double. He could be a double. He could be a double champion by the time next week rolls around. At the end of the night tonight too, because AJ Sanchez, as he's stated vociferously, he wants to become the second man ever to hold that championship 3 times. And he could be the man to do it. Kevy Chevy now in harm's way, off the ropes, ducks the clothesline, and here comes, he picks him up.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh my word! The agility of both of these behemoths.
You know, in some ways, it's kind of too bad that these guys aren't still partners, because what they can both do individually is truly incredible. But that's what makes this matchup so intriguing. They know each other better than maybe anybody else in CWE.
Sanchez meets him with a big clothesline, hooks the leg, referee in position, count 2, all he gets. The fabulous Freebird Kevy Chevy kicking out.
You know, Kevy Chevy trying to gain some energy from the crowd here. AJ Sanchez doesn't need anything from the crowd right now, but he's looking to get some air, and if this hits, Dave, it could be lights out.
Yikes. All I'm thinking about is a giant pancake spatula for Kevy Chevy if Sanchez hits this out of the way.
How does he do that? Kevy Chevy got out of the way, but just the fact that AJ Sanchez can do that backflip, it's truly stunning.
Not only did the referee lose his footing in the ring, knocked out, but there's 2 people in the crowd that fell off their chairs. The impact was so extreme.
I'm just, shout out to everyone, whoever set up the ring, because how it was able to withstand that, I have absolutely no idea.
As I mentioned previously, last week, I hope they had extra welding done to this one, because this could come apart with these 2 big men in there. Off the ropes, comes back with a big elbow. The fabulous Freebird now meets him with the clothesline. Sanchez back to his feet very fast, and then look at the strength of Kevy Chevy. 1, 2, and no.
Oh, you're not getting AJ Sanchez down that easy, but the champion, Kevy Chevy, a lot of momentum right now as he continues this title defense.
Huge matchup. And of course, we are looking. Kevy Chevy, your current champion, he will meet the winner of the 50-man Rumble to Remember in a future date. Of course, the Rumble to Remember takes place on Halloween night, October the 31st. All the ordering details on our website and our Facebook social media pages. Sanchez now in control. Oh my goodness. Right in the mush.
Perfectly placed kick by the challenger. Can he do it? No.
Count of 2. Sanchez now catching his breath, kind of a little bit of disbelief. He thought he had him, but now the big man pulling himself back up. He looks at the referee 3. No, we all know it was a 2 count.
Yeah, that's good. That move, though, that's going to finish off most opponents in CWE. A testament to the resilience of Kevy Chevy, the champion, that this match is still going on right now after that move by AJ Sanchez.
What an incredible episode of CWE Adrenaline
Is he going up again?
Oh, man. This does not bode well for gravity.
No, this is oh, Kevy Chevy!
Almost took his nose right off. That's a punch in the nose. Kevy Chevy now placing the Canadian Crusher on the turnbuckle, and look at this. Oh no.
You have got to be kidding me.
This is not going to be good. He just waved at somebody. Kevy Chevy now positioning himself on the top rope. A couple of big shots. And I think I know what may happen next. And it's not going to be good for Kevy Chevy.
Oh, man. There's a veteran move by AJ Sanchez. Holding himself on the... And a drop kick off the top. What is going on?
Greg Gagne.
Ow. Ow. Oh.
Count of 2. Oh, my goodness.
What a match this is. You knew it was going to be easy for either of these guys. They know the weaknesses, the strengths of their opponents, but we're ready for this matchup tonight.
Physical matchup. Kevy Chevy, the CWE Heavyweight Champion, took the title in August. We were there at the last internet pay-per-view. It was a party.
You know, it certainly was. And honestly, when he finally got that title, one of the most emotional moments in CWE history.
I've been around a lot of big moments, but that has to be right on the top of the list. Kevy Chevy taking that championship, and I heard from reliable sources the celebration was epic.
I have a feeling it was. That was a big moment for CWE. It's a big moment for Kevy Chevy, and they celebrated in a big way as they deserve. What a kick!
Super kick. And look at Kevy Chevy up to that second rope. Is he going right up to the top? No. Second is good enough for him. Comes back like Randy Savage. 1, 2, and 3.
Cover!
A successful title defense for the fabulous Freebird, Kevy Chevy, over his former and longtime tag team partner, the Canadian Crusher, AJ Sanchez. And what a matchup! He gets presented with the championship gold. That man is thrilled, and he can take in the cheers of the crowd, but oh no, lurking in the background, you see him hiding behind a very happy child. Kevy, look out!
That's Danny Duggan!
With a chair! Oh! He clocked him, the former champion, the man Chevy defeated for the CWE Championship. Hotshot Danny Duggan.
This is mine!
He says that belt is his.
It's not his, it's Kevy Chevy's. He won it at Lilac Resort at the IPPV.
Oh, and now it's this. Look at this. He's positioning for not the cross-face crippler with a chair.
Not the chair!
No! We need some help.
This is outrageous. This is assault. That's what it is. This is, Dave. This is assault. The former champion is completely unhinged, Dave. This is a very low moment for the former champion, and low for Kevy Chevy being out right now.
That's it for CWE Adrenaline.